I do love when I make a video about something and I know I'm 100% right about it, and people will still say, oh, you're wrong, you don't know anything about it, and how dare you make any claims regarding this situation. Because while you live in Candyland, I live in the real world. And for you people that think you know everything about finances and business because you took a lame intro to economics class and you feel as if you have every idea figured out on how to make money, you seem to think you know more than somebody who actually spent time working in finances, knowing how people want to invest their money and what people will do to make sure that they keep their money. I've said it numerous times. Stores don't like being robbed. You can't find one store owner in human history that looks at their store being robbed, burned down, looted, and they say, yes, this is all for the sanctity of this marginalized group who's spending more time robbing me instead of trying to actually solve a problem. It's never gonna happen. It's to the point where now people are getting antsy and starting to wait for people to come into their stores so that they can let them know that they're not fucking with them. And what's funny is that for people who don't have the idea in their mind to defend their stores, they're gonna pay for security. But security costs money. That is not something they can put in on their business and how they make money. That's something that will lose money. I'm pretty sure a bunch of you have seen this video of this gas station or store called Wawa getting robbed and ransacked.
I'm walking out of here, bro.
Are y'all making a deal with y'all gonna keep recording?
It's gonna be a little while.
Okay, but like.
Bro, Brooke is out here! Bro, come here! Sit right there!
And I'm pretty sure a bunch of you are going to look at that and say, oh my God, this is a terrible situation. Yes, it is, because anyone who owns a store finding a video of their store or chain store getting robbed is not going to have a good reaction to that. They're not going to look at it and say, oh, look at all these poor, disenfranchised, poverty-stricken kids. They're going to say, why the fuck is my store getting robbed? And as I've said numerous times, stores, they're going to come up with an idea, whether to defend their stores, make sure it doesn't happen again, hire security, or in this case, move out of these areas. Why? Because they're tired of getting robbed. They don't find it enjoyable. They don't like it. They don't want to have to deal with a constant threat of a bunch of people coming into their store and taking all their property. And one fat chick said, hey, you still made my sandwich?
Wawa is closing two of its well-known stores in Center City, Philadelphia. This after the chain has been bombarded with numerous incidents, from stores being ransacked by teenagers and violence against its employees. Enough is enough. Thursday night, gray is off. The big story on Action News is this decision by Wawa to close two of its Philadelphia locations, citing safety and security challenges. It's a harsh reality for businesses trying to operate in the city. Action News reporter Sharifa Jackson now live for us at one of those locations. This is the Wawa at 19th and Market in Center City, with details on what all led up to this decision. Sharifa.
Yeah, that's right, Shari. This is one of the locations that will be closing in just a few weeks. And it didn't take long for this news to spread. We spoke to quite a few people who say they are not surprised, especially to learn about the closing for the Wawa at 12th and Market.
I do come here pretty often.
It's a daily routine for many people. A stop at this popular Wawa located at 12th and Market is now one of two locations that will close for good. The other located at 19th and Market.
Might as well. I come here at like 8 p.m. every night and it's already closed.
From scaling back hours to full closure, the Delaware County-based chain cites safety and security challenges for the move. The announcement comes during a rash of crimes at local Wawas, including a recent robbery where an employee was pepper sprayed at a store in University City, and the viral video of teens ransacking a store in Mayfair last month.
My concern is any business that would experience something like this may change their business model.
It's a concern shared by City Councilman Michael Driscoll, who says he fears for the future of Wawa in Philadelphia. Others say they worry about the future of businesses in Center City. A Starbucks located at 10th and Chestnut also closed over the summer. The chain cited safety-related issues as the reason.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse. And it doesn't make any sense. I don't even understand why they keep doing this. It doesn't make any sense.
But in a statement sent to Action News, Wawa says these two closures do not necessarily impact or limit potential for future stores in Philadelphia County. We continue to be focused on doing everything we can to monitor and work with local authorities to address challenges impacting operations at any other stores.
When it comes to Center City, I mean, there's the Popeyes here, but it's not Wawa.
And right now, we're not told an exact date when these two Wawa locations will close, but according to that statement from Wawa, they say they will happen within the next few weeks. And what we can tell you, we know that city officials here in Philadelphia, they have been speaking with leadership at Wawa as well as Starbucks locations and other businesses in the area about the many challenges that they are facing, and they're working through all of that. For now, reporting live from Center City, Sharifa Jackson for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Shari.
Yeah, the consequences of what's happening in the city.
It is embarrassing for them. It doesn't get them money. It doesn't provide them any stability to make more money. So they're going to say, hey, we're going to get out of these communities. And for all the people that talk about the poverty-stricken black people, that affects the poverty-stricken black people. Because if a business says, hey, we're tired of getting robbed, we're losing money from this, insurance doesn't cover it, we're going to leave, it makes it harder for those poor black people to go around and get their supplies, get their groceries, get their food, get their drinks, because they got to travel farther from where they are, from their home, to get these things. And it makes it harder, especially if you don't have a car, if you got to take the bus, if you got to take Uber, you got to travel farther to get these things. However, in saying that, y'all not doing anything to make sure that this is something that doesn't happen on a routine basis. Whether if it's Walgreens, CVS, Wawa, Walmart, Target, these businesses want to be in these areas. The problem is it's a dangerous area. And it's not because, oh, they're racist or they feel as though black business or black people aren't worthy to sell to. It's because you constantly have issues of theft, looting, breaking and entering, people sticking up for themselves when they take things back from people who steal from them and they get pegged as racist. People don't want to deal with that. Businesses don't want to deal with that. And I know some people will see that and say, oh, well, they should just deal with it because insurance. You are a fool. And my only response to you is, can I come rob you? You can't expect people to continue to play the game for a long time. Eventually, they're going to worry about themselves, their bottom line, and they're going to protect that before they care about any of you.
People work way too hard just for somebody to break in and take something from them. I can holler out after all I done for this city, after all I try to do for this city, why is this happening to me? But the fact of the matter is, I know exactly why it's happening. I know precisely why it's happening. And it's going to happen to you if you ever win it. And you got to be a damn fool to think everybody happy to see you succeed. Crazy part is, it's the second time this happened to us by the same individuals. So now I feel like y'all trying to bully the bar. You know what I'm saying? We sang Kumbaya, sitting Indian style around a campfire last time. You know what I mean? I didn't post about it, but I did pay customers out of pocket. You know, for all the customers that was affected out of pocket, even though our terms of service says we're not liable for events such as this. With that being said, I want to make y'all two promises. Number one promise, I'll never withhold information from y'all ever again. I gotta remain that same transparent guy y'all fell in love with. And the number two promise is, we ain't singing Kumbaya no more. Y'all raise y'all kids, or somebody else will.
So if you want to solve this problem, if you want to make sure stores are in these areas with the disenfranchised people, it would be best to figure out ways to prevent all these random groups of people going in stores, breaking and entering, and causing a problem that leads to people losing out on hours for their job. And it's an opportunity for people to lose out on purchasing things at a cheap price. I don't know how much Wawa sells products. I shop at Publix because I'm a pristine human being. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.